Hello and welcome to Presence Practice with Poonam and Parker. Hey Poonam,
Hey, Parker.
so it's so good to see you today.
So good to see you too. Always a pleasure.
Yes, and for me as well, and welcome everyone. We've got a topic that comes up every now and then, and most of us can see it when it's happening, but we'll do it here for anyone that's, especially anyone at this present moment, whatever present moment it may arise, it happening in. And this topic is overthinking. So we're going to break overthinking to future imaginings, which bring worry and anxiety. So this is overthinking, worry, and anxiety. And we'll do another one, overthinking, guilt and shame, regret. So I want to go straight to it. If you find that you are moved into this space of too much future, especially if you're in a space where there's a lot of change, it's good to put the attention inside of our body, but sometimes it may be uncomfortable. We may have built up such a momentum in our mind that we have a racing mind, even anxiety in our chest, maybe some tightness in our throat, or anxiety in our belly. So close your eyes and put your attention on the space around your body, maybe the first 2 or 3 feet around your body. Let's do that together right now. So take a deep breath in through your nose. Just let your belly expand and your diaphragm open. And put your attention on the space around your body. Your mind is still racing. Just notice and put your attention back on the space around your body. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And suspend your breath. And put your attention now on your belly. And from here, you can experience all of the sensations that are present. We're not going to fight them because that is what is right now. You can notice that your mind is moving still, or maybe it's quieter. But let's not start any new stories. And that's a wonderful practice. Ramana Maharshi has a method of self-inquiry where it's that there is no good or bad thoughts, right? They're all ultimately false and rooted in ego. And it's a form of separation and not unity. And it's so if we're caught in overthinking, we can always return to our energy field, space without, then space within, with some deep breath work. If you have a particularly seductive story going on, sometimes we can even overthink because the future is so grand. We have a grand event that's happening, a milestone or something to look forward to, and we can get lost in thought and start daydreaming in that direction too. Right, Poonam? It's so, and there may be something that thinking or that wants to come through us, but if it's coming through this vibration, this sort of low vibration of worry and uh, anxiety and concern, if it's rooted in that place, and it's whatever new thoughts we're going to have are going to be tinted by that emotional pain body, that field of energy. So no matter what, so even if we don't try to stop our mind, to stop overthinking, right? We allow it to slowly slow down if that's what it needs to do. Just slowly, bring our attention elsewhere, other things that are also happening, which is that we're breathing and we deepen it, our attention, and we put it elsewhere, we put it here, and then it kind of separates our identification with these thoughts. And I've got some news for all of us. None of us know what is to come. So if you're in a space where you deeply know that you don't know anything that's happening in your life, then you rest in God. You rest in the still space of awareness. The biggest planners can plan out their lives and they still really don't know how things will unfold. But we know how we can hold it. We know it doesn't need to be suffering. It might be painful, whatever's happening, but suffering is optional. What do you think, Poonam? Put some love out there around this topic. It's painful to do overthinking.
Um, I I got reminded of a couple of things that Eckhart says. I think in one of his talks he says worry is more of a problem than the problem itself, which I don't think he's written in the book. So because we are worrying, that thought process of worry, because it's attached with that, there's a feeling tone to worry, which is a low frequency vibration. And so we can contaminate what we are about to manifest through the worry. And then in his talk on Socrates, he talks about, when he comes in to give his talk, he says it's just one thing to do at a time, which is put on his clothes, get in the car. While he's in the car, look around, right? How is he going to worry about what talk is he going to give, right? So that is such a beautiful pointer on even to say, oh, I'm going to give a talk to 3,000 people or so. He's not worried about it. He's just a field. He says, be a field of presence until you get to the green room. And then even in the green room, he's always talking about bananas. I think he dreams of bananas. So he says, there's a banana, you can eat the banana, right, in the green room. And then once you sit on that chair, then you become the opening and say something. Unless you can be that field of presence, even the talk can get contaminated, right? Then the talk is a worried talk. In fact, there was in one of his talks, he said um, the first talk he gave, he wrote everything down, like the points that he was going to talk about. And he said that was the worst talk he gave because it was not coming, it was already written on a piece of paper, right?
Mhm.
So your pointer is perfect. Get into the body, inhabit your body, feel the energy in your hands. The least we can do, even when we are driving, we can hold one hand up, feel the energy in our hands. If you're driving to do public speaking, or any kind of event that we are like so anxious about that now it's taken us over, right? The mind is, what does he call? It's running like the incredible momentum of a river. That's how the mind is running. Oh, what's going to happen to me? Am I wearing the right clothes? And then, of course, if you worry so much, that'll be the time that a coffee will spill. You'll be holding a thing of coffee, and now your shirt, you have coffee on your shirt, right? So your pointer is perfect. Grateful for it.
Yes, I want to add one quick thing before we close this video is that when let's say that we're caught in it again, and sometimes the ego will move from the worry, anxiety to guilt and shame about experiencing the worry and guilt. Oh, it's too much of such a spiritual person, and now look at me having overthink. Leave yourself alone. Go gently. Go gently. All we need to do is notice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Poonam.